So there's this article that's gone on my nerves recently, I guess. It's been 6 months that I've been loosely thinking about this. Sorry, Evangelion. 86 is the greatest mecha anime of all time. And I don't want to try and make this video with a specific argument that Hannah Diffie is wrong because she enjoys 86 more than Evangelion. Because I don't think that's a hard position to take. Evangelion is a kind of hard series to get into, especially if you haven't watched a lot of other anime and you hear, oh, it's one of the greats, and you watch it and you're confused. It kind of has to find you at the right time in your life. You know, like, I know plenty of people that have experienced Evangelion and think it's a beautiful piece of art like I do, and I've met plenty of people that have not finished the series because it just didn't resonate with them. And that's okay. I want to reiterate that. That's not my problem here. My problem is a misunderstanding of anime history with a specific comparison between 86 and Evangelion. I want to give you a bit of a history lesson. When mecha is in its primordial early state, it has more in common with superheroes than with robots. The early mecha genre is dominated by what we would now call the super robots subgenre. These robots can bend and stretch and fly despite their weight, in the same way that a superhero gets to ignore the laws of physics. And of course, everything changes when Mobile Suit Gundam comes out in 1979, birthing the realistic robots movement. Every single year after Mobile Suit Gundam came out, mecha shows got more and more realistic. More realistic robot shows were being made, more of them were becoming more popular. It was a paradigm shift. And then, of course, our story leads us to 1995 when Evangelion releases. Neon Genesis Evangelion is one of the most super of super robot shows. Looking at the Evas move in their kind of biomechanical nature, and they have supernatural powers that can end the world in a moment, and especially in the rebuild films where they can kind of just do whatever, Evangelion kind of saved the super robots genre. Like, nowadays in a post-Evangelion world, basically all mecha anime, except Gundam, is pretty close to the super robots genre. So when 86 comes out, and Hannah Diffie goes on to watch it and write this article and compare the two, and specifically state that 86 is a refreshing new take on the Evangelion format, you can understand my confusion. Let's pull up some actual quotes from the series. Where Evangelion left viewers questioning existence, 86 leaves them questioning society. It's not just a story about machines or monsters, it's a story about how people choose to see each other or refuse to. Its message resonates deeply in an era that's still wrestling with prejudice and division. What's frustrating isn't that Hannah Diffie is saying that 86 is better than Evangelion. What's frustrating here is that the comparison is even happening at all. These two series are so different. In a later part of the article, she goes on to say 86 is like distilling the best parts of Gundam and Evangelion into a single, emotionally coherent story. And while I will tell you that 86 is for the most part emotionally coherent, and it is a lot of the good parts of Gundam, where is this story taking from Evangelion? Like, what are we even talking about? The closest comparison that I can make is that the members of the Spearhead Squadron are also young, teen-ish age characters, kinda like Shinji Asuka Rei, but 86 in the end has so little in connection to Evangelion, this comparison is just really silly. They are two different subgenres of shows. They are not trying to say the same thing. Further extension of that paragraph is even more insane. Even Gundam, the other pillar of the genre, rarely captures the balance of intimacy and scale. Where Gundam focuses on political intrigue and interstellar war, 86 condenses those grand ideas into raw, personal tragedy. And tell me you haven't seen a Gundam without telling me you haven't seen a Gundam. What is she talking about here? Gundam is always about balancing intimacy and scale, small characters in big worlds, and yes, Gundam has a larger scale conflict amongst interplanetary war, but 86's conflict between two empires is just as large in scale as this interstellar war from a writing standpoint. Like, it's just the setting that's different here. What I'm trying to get at is that Hannah Diffie enjoyed 86 more, probably because it was a realistic robots show. Hannah Diffie probably enjoyed 86 more because it's not Evangelion. And that's okay. But really, what are we even talking about here? Gurren Lagann is the greatest mecha anime of all time.